Pacing on top, Patty Pratcher with Lady Tricia up on the outside, challenging a second. Then look at racing third, Golden Pulse fourth. Smooth Ride racing a fifth, Old Time Robbie. Legitimate Power, Carolite End trailing far back. On to the quarter now, and Lady Tricia has gone to the top, and she's moved out the two. Patty Pratcher racing a second. Look has the third. Quarter 31 seconds. Six goes Old Time Robbie. Up on the outside, racing on. He gets to fifth. Then Golden Pulse on the trail. Then a Smooth Ride. Legitimate Power on the outside. And Carolite End trailing the field. And they swing on by the 3/8 pole now, and here they come. Through the stretch, they are racing to the half. Pacing on top, Lady Tricia, Patty Pratcher second. Old Time Robbie comes to third. Look is now racing fourth. Legitimate Power is outside fifth with cover. Behind him, Smooth Ride is on the move. Then it's Golden Pulse on the inside and Carolite End, and they were by the half and four around the turn they go. Racing to the 5/8. Lady Tricia cuts it out. Patty Pratcher hangs second. And on the outside, Old Time Robbie's racing third. Look is fourth on the trail. Legitimate Power out three wide, rushing on. He's now fourth and going on. Legitimate Power now gets the second up behind him. Smooth Ride is on the move. It is Lady Tricia, Legitimate Power, Smooth Ride wide. Racing third, 3/4, 36 and 3. Then Patty Pratcher, Old Time Robbie, Golden Pulse, and look on the outside. They come by the 7/8 pole now and they swing for home. Lady Tricia is the leader. Lady Tricia with Legitimate Power strong on the outside. Smooth Ride up strong on the far outside, and look is coming on. It is now Legitimate Power. Here they are, tight at the line. Looks like Legitimate Power. Smooth Ride, Lady Tricia, and look. And the time for the mile, 2:07 and 3. And the photo for win. Parading first, number 7, Legitimate Power. Brown pacing horse, 6 years. The Power were Baron from Innocent Affair. On the Brian Foster of Barnville. Trained by Mike Doyle and for Rod Gogan driving. Also going to phone number 5, Smooth Ride. Bay pacing gelding East 5 by Happy Motoring. From Mellifluous, owned by Harold Yonker of Charlottetown. Trained and driven by Winston Campbell. Number 5, Smooth Ride, parading now. We're waiting for a photo for win. The time for the mile was 2:07 and 3. Now the result of the third race now official. Look was fourth. Patty Pratcher fifth. Lady Tricia third. Golden Pulse was sixth. Smooth Ride second. Old Time Robbie seventh. Legitimate Power, your race winner. And Carolite End was eighth. Race times 4:31 seconds. They were at the half, 1:04 and 4. By the 3/4 pole, it won 36 and 3. The time for the mile, 2:07 and 3. Exact is 7 and 5, no tickets sold. The 7-3 combination pays 134.40. 134.40. And your triactive combination of a 7, 5, and 3 pays 461.30.
Come on and live it at Exhibition Park. The real life fun of harness racing. Here they come at Exhibition Park.
We say hi once again, harness racing fans. We're all set to bring you the Saturday afternoon harness racing action from Exhibition Park. It's 12 miles long this afternoon. Track conditions good. Overcast and a good feature in the 10th race. Earl Smith, winner of 1,066 races lifetime, winner of almost $800,000 lifetime, has moved in from Blue Bonnets Raceway in Montreal with 10 head. He has 4 of them going this afternoon, including Nightly Hit in this afternoon's feature. She's a daughter of Knightley Blue Chip out of Hitbound. She paced last year 2 minutes and 1/5. She has the rail in the feature. And then there's Ragtime Skipper, Glenn Luster, Kid B, who won here Wednesday night, 2-5-1. Kiowa, Alma, Hurston, Sugar Skipper. Got a dandy card for you. Hope you like it. Here's race 1. All set for the first race. Field of 7, top of the stretch. Sharon Power, Rod Gilgan, River Ralph, Gary McDonald. Blazing Lighting, Millet Cooglin, Whisper G.D., Earl Smith. Mach 1, Sean Shannon, Party Bagman, Steve Mahar, S.F. Barron, Herman Renault, and here they come. They're off and for them, tight getting out of there. It's Blazing Lighting on the inside, in between horses. Whisper Genie racing second. Up on the outside, Mach 1 racing on third. Then River Ralph now third of the rail. Mach 1 fourth on the outside. S.F. Barron, Party Bagman, and Sharon Power trails. They go on up the backstretch, racing to the quarter. Blazing Lighting at top, and Whisper Genie on the outside second. And she backs off, looks for a hole, and gets in. Up on the outside, Mach 1 drives on the third, then is going on. Mach 1 gets to second now by the quarter, 34. Out of the top turn, Blazing Lighting at top, Mach 1 on the outside to second. Then Whisper Genie has a third on the rail. Party Bagman is outside with cover, racing a fourth on the rail. And racing fifth, it is River Ralph. Then Sharon Power and S.F. Barrett, and through the stretch they come. They're racing neck and neck for the top. Blazing Lighting has it on the rail. On the outside, Mach 1 racing a second. Whisper Genie third. Then Party Bagman outside fourth. Then it is River Ralph, Sharon Power, and the trailer S.F. Barrett, and they were by the half at 8 and 1. Around the turn, they race on to the 5/8. The leader Blazing Lighting. Mach 1 hangs second. Whisper Genie is a third. On the outside, Party Bagman fourth. Then River Ralph, Sharon Power trotting up on the outside. And out 3 wide goes Party Bagman, winging for the lead. And Party Bagman, Blazing Lighting. Mach 1 between horses spent, racing third. They're going up on the inside, and it is a Whisper Genie fourth now, third, 43 and 1 by the 3/4. Out of the top turn, Party Bagman now grabs the top on the outside. Then it's Blazing Lighting racing second. Sharon Power trotting up on the outside, racing on third. Whisper Genie looks for room, is a fourth. Now they swing for home. Blazing Lighting, Party Bagman. Whisper Genie trying to get through on the inside. No room there. Up on the outside, Sharon Power trotting on. And here they are. And at the line, it is Blazing Lighting, Whisper Genie, then Sharon Power, and Party Bagman. And the time for the mile, 2:14 and 3. Now parading, winner of the first race, number 3, Blazing Lighting. Chestnut pacing, court 3 here as he's by Taconic Lobel out of Ferrick's Flick. Owned, trained, and driven by Millet Cooglin of St. John. The colt gets his first lifetime win, breaks his maiden, gets a record of 2:14 and 3. And the result of the first race now official. Sharon Power third. River Ralph was fifth. Blazing Lighting, your race winner. Whisper Genie was second. Mach 1 seventh. Party Bagman fourth. S.F. Barron sixth. Race times quarter 34 seconds. Half 1:08 and 1. 3/4 1:43 and 1. The mile 2:14 and 3. Exacta 3 and 4. Paid $87.80. Approaching the top of the stretch, and we have Power Mac with Ron Robertson, Believe and Bobby Craig, Hilltop Motoring, Winston Campbell, Tiz a Cloud, Owen Davies, Scarborough Tom, Ross McDonald, Lucky Turbo with Ivan Davies, CRSD, Gary McDonald, J.J. Sheridan, Earl Smith, Legitimate Power of Rod Cook, and here they come. They're off and battling out of there, and on the inside it is Believe. Hilltop Motoring in between horses. Tiz a Cloud and 4 wide. Lucky Turbo is off stride, and he's on the front, and they swing around the turn, pacing on top. Believe, the leader, Power Mac, has moved up on the inside, is now racing a second. Hilltop Motoring and Tiz a Cloud on the outside. And also off stride is Starborn Caton, but he is back pacing now. On to the quarter. Believe cuts it out. Leads by 2. Power Mac second. Hilltop Motoring third. Tis a Cloud fourth. J.J. Sheraton, the quarter, 32 and 4. Lucky Turbo up on the outside. CRSD. Scarborn Tom. Legitimate Power trails as they work around the top turn. And they come to the 3/8 pole now. They're by that marker with Believe in command. She has the best of it on length of the half, and Power Mac is racing his second. He's out to challenge. Up behind him is Hilltop Motoring. Outside of him comes Tis a Cloud. J.J. Sheridan moving up on the inside. Then it's Lucky Tarpo, Scarborn Tom, CRSD, Legitimate Power. They were by the half and 4 and 4. Around the turn they go, racing to the 5/8 Believe. Power Mac lapped on her, racing a second. J.J. Sheridan third in the rail. Hilltop Motoring outside fourth. Then Lucky Turpo, Tis a Cloud, Scarborn Tom, Legitimate Power out 3 wide. CRSD trailing on the rail. 2 3/4 Believe holding her lead a half length as they go by the 3/4 pole. 1:36 and 1. Believe leads into the top turn. Power Mac second. J.J. Sheridan third on the inside. Hilltop Motoring fourth on the outside. Then Tis a Cloud, Legitimate Power, Scarborn Tom, Lucky Turbo, and CRSD heading home. It is Believe and Power Mac racing second. Legitimate Power coming on. It is going to be Believe, and here they are at the line. Believe, Legitimate Power, J.J. Sheridan, too tight to call for fourth. The time for the mile, 2:08. And the result of the 12th race now official. Power Mac was 5th. Believe, your race winner, Hilltop Motoring, was 4th. Tis a Cloud was 7th. Scarborn Tom 9th. Lucky Turbo was 8th. CRSD 6th. J.J. Sheridan was 3rd, and Legitimate Power 2nd. The race times, the quarter, 32 and 4. Half, 104 and 4. 3/4, 136 and 1. The time for the mile, 2:08. Your exacta 29 paid $67.30. And the triacta 298 paid $1,250.90. Well, there's a approaching the top of the stretch. There's Smooth Ride with Winston Campbell. Legitimate Power and Mike Doyle. Tis a Cloud with Owen Davies. Riverview Boy with Wayne Sprague, and Good Advice with Jody Hennessy, and here they come. They're off, and Good Advice wings 4 and is showing a top 3 wide into the turn now. Good Advice, the leader. Then Smooth Ride racing second. Tis a Cloud is a third. Legitimate Power 4th. Riverview Boy trails 5th as they race on by the 8th pole now, and they go up the backstretch. Racing on to the quarter, and Good Advice, the leader. He's out for 2. Smooth Ride second. Tis a Cloud has a third. Legitimate Power's 4th. Riverview Boy trailing 5th as they race out by the quarter pole, and Good Advice leads by 2, quarter 30 seconds. Into the top turn, Good Advice. 2 lengths. Smooth Ride second. Tis a Cloud is third. Legitimate Power 4th, and Riverview Boy trailing 5th as they swing by the 3/8 pole now. They're off the top turn, and here they come racing to the half. Good Advice shows the way. Smooth Ride racing a second. Tis a Cloud third. Legitimate Power's 4th. Riverview Boy trailing 5th as they go racing out by the half, and Good Advice leading by 2. The half in 101 at 1. Into the turn they go, racing now to the 5/8. Good Advice, the leader. Smooth Ride second. Tis a Cloud racing third. Legitimate Power and Riverview Boy, and they're by the 5/8. On to the 3/4. Riverview Boy's off stride. It is Good Advice, a length and a half. Smooth Ride second. Tis a Cloud is third. Legitimate Power 4th. Riverview Boy on the run as they go by the 3/4 now. They were by the marker 1:32 and 1. Into the top turn, Good Advice, a length and a half. Smooth Ride sits pretty second. Tis a Cloud racing a third. Legitimate Power's 4th. They're by the 7/8 now, and they swing for home. It is Good Advice and Smooth Ride. Up on the outside, challenging strong, coming to the top. Smooth Ride. Now the leader, Good Advice, Legitimate Power's coming on. Here they are at the line. Smooth Ride, Legitimate Power. Good Advice, and 'tis a cloud. The time for the mile. Season's record, 2:03 and 4. And parading now the winner of the first race, it's number 1, Smooth Ride. Bay Pacing gelding, he's 5. He's by Happy Motoring from Mellifluous. Owned by Harold Yonker of Charlottetown, trained and driven by Winston Campbell. Third winning trip for Smooth Ride, his fastest, and the season's mark for Exhibition Park, 2:03 and 4. Result of the first race is now official. Smooth Ride, your race winner. Legitimate Power, second. 'Tis a Cloud was 4th. Riverview Boy, 5th. And Good Advice was 3rd. The race time's 1/4 seconds. The half 1:01 at 1. 3/4 1:32 at 1. And the mile 2:03 and 4. Contester with Dave O'Brien, the trotter Sharon Power, Mike Doyle. Vic Will with Bill Nicholson, the Easy Time Gal, Steve Maha. Whisper Genie, Earl Smith, Jersey Classic, Sam Hodgkin. Party Bagman, Doug Falkins, S.F. Barron, Herman Riddell. Mark 1 with John Buchanan. Here they come. They're off contested the leader, but now up on the outside, Easy Time Gal grabs the top and Whisper Genie. On the outside now racing second. Contester has a third. Vic Will is racing a fourth. Sharon Power trotting a fifth. They swing by the eighth pole now, and it's on up the backstretch, racing for the quarter. Going up on the outside, Whisper Genie grabs the top, and Easy Time Gal is second. Contester has third. Vic Will is fourth. Sharon Power trotting a fifth. Then up on the outside goes a Party Bagman. Then it's Mark 1, S.F. Barron, and Jersey Classic trailing the field. They're by the opening quarter in 31 and 4. Racing around the top turn, Whisper Genie and top a length and a half. Easy Time Gal has second. Contesters racing third. Here comes Vic Will, rushing on from fourth as they swing off the top turn now and on through the stretch. Here they come, they're racing to the half. Whisper Genie. Vic Will strong on the outside, racing second, now the leader. Vic Will on top with Whisper Genie second. Easy Time Gal his third. Sharon Power trotting up fourth. The half and 5 and 2. Then it is Contester, Party Bagman, Jersey Classic, Mark 1 and S.F. Barron. Round the turn, racing now to the 5/8. Vic Will, the leader now by a length, and then Whisper Genie is second. Easy Time Gal has third. Sharon Power trotting fourth, going on, and trots on to third now. Easy Time Gal is fourth. On the outside, Party Bagman racing fifth, and it's Contester, Jersey Classic, Mark 1 and S.F. Barron, as they go racing out by the 3/4, 1:38 and 2. They're into the top turn. It is Vic Will with Whisper Genie up tight second. Sharon Power third. Easy Time Gal's on the run. Coming to the 7/8. The leader is Vic Will with Whisper Genie racing second. Sharon Power his third. Heading home, Vic Will. Whisper Genie challenging his second. Sharon Power third. Up on the outside, Party Bagman coming on, but it's going to be Vic Will. Here they are at the line. Vic Will, Whisper Genie, then the Party Bagman and Sharon Power. And the time for the mile, 2:10 and 3. And parading now the winner of our first race, number 3, Vic Will. Chestnut Pacing Horse, 6 years. He's by Scarlet Skipper out of Native Playgirl. Owned by Bill Nicholson Jr. of St. John and trained by Bill Nicholson Jr. with Bill Nicholson Sr. driving. Second winning trip lifetime for Vic Will. He steps to a new record, 2:10 and 3. His old mark, 2:13 and 3. And the result of the first race now official. Contester was 6th. Sharon Power 4th. Vic Will, your race winner. Easy Time Gal was 5th. Whisper Genie 2nd. Jersey Classic was 7th. A Party Bagman 3rd. SF Baron was 8th. And Mach 1 was 9th. And the race times, quarter 31 and 4. The half 105 and 2. 3/4 138 and 2. The mile 210 and 3. For the 5th race, field of 7, top of the stretch, we have Riverview Boy with Wayne's Bragg. Lady Tricia, Bill Nicholson. Legitimate Power with Mike Doyle. Hasty Pick and Ron Robertson. Lucky Tarbell, Winston Campbell. Ragtime Skipper Steve Mahar and Tis a Cloud with Owen Davies. Here they come. There off Lady Tricia goes to the top. Riverview Boys on the run. Up on the outside, Lucky Turbo challenging a second. Legitimate Powers racing third. Hasty Pick, Ragtime Skipper, Tis a Cloud. And Riverview Boy trailing is back pacing now. They go by the 8th. On up the back stretch now. They race on to the quarter, and Lady Tricia cuts it out. Leads a length and a half. Lucky Turbo is second. Legitimate Powers racing third. Hasty Pick is 4th, then Ragtime Skipper, Tis a Cloud, and Riverview Boy, and they were by the opening quarter in 32 and 3. Out of the top turn, Lady Tricia a length, Lucky Turbo racing second. There goes Legitimate Power out from third to challenge. Behind him with cover, Ragtime Skipper. Hasty Pick's on the rail, Tis a Cloud, and Riverview Boy. Through the stretch, here they come, they're racing to the half. Lady Tricia the leader on the outside. Legitimate Power gets to second now. Then it's Lucky Turbo racing third. Ragtime Skipper is at 4th. The half is in 5 and 1. Then Tis a Cloud, Hasty Pick, and Riverview Boy. Around the turn they go to the 5/8. Lady Tricia now by 2. Legitimate Power second as they leave the 5/8. Then it's Lucky Turbo. Then Ragtime, the Skipper, Tis a Cloud. Hasty Pick and Riverview Boy going to the 3/4. Lady Tricia a half length. Legitimate Power in between horses second. Outside of him, Ragtime Skipper. 3 wide, neck and neck into the top turn. 3/4 36 and 1. Legitimate Power now again on the inside. Lady Tricia. Lady Tricia, Legitimate Power, Ragtime Skipper third. Lucky Turbo 4th. Heading home, Lady Tricia, Legitimate Power rushing up strong. Then Ragtime Skipper, Tis a Cloud. Gonna be Legitimate Power. Here they are at the line. Legitimate Power, Lady Tricia. Then Ragtime Skipper, maybe Tis a Cloud for 4th. Time for the mile, 2:07 and 2. After reading now, the winner of our 5th race, number 3, Legitimate Power. Brown pacing horse, 6 years. He's by Power Baron out of Innocent Affair. Owned by Brian Foster of Hampton. Trained and driven by Mike Doyle. Win number 2 this year for Legitimate Power. His fastest tonight, 2:07 and 2. Now the result of the 5th race, now official. Riverview Boy was 7th. Lady Tricia 2nd. Legitimate Power, your race winner. Hasty Pick was 4th. Lucky Turbo 6th. Ragtime Skipper 3rd. Tis a Cloud was 5th. Times a quarter, 32 and 3. The half, 105 and 1. 3/4, 136 and 1. Time for the mile, 2:07 and 2. The top bill 3rd. Hold the Line was scratched. Kilcairn Cloud was 6th. Island Candy, your race winner. Billy's Flirt was 4th. Star to Be 5th, and Gaytime Judge 7th. Times quarter 31 and 2/5. The half 104 and 1. 3/4, 137. Time for the mile, 2:09 and 3. All set now for the second race, field of 9, top of the stretch. Mach 1 with Sean Shannon. Oil Sands and Steve Mason. Sharon Power, Mike Doyle. Miss Jilly Burns with John Davies. Blazing Lighting, Millet Coughlin. Jersey Classic, Sam Hodgen. Party Bagman with Doug Falcons. Whisper Genie, Earl Smith. Hong Kong Shamrock, Lonnie Stokes. Here they come. Clear off, Miss Jilly Burns has the lead. Sharon Power trots on the inside, racing a second. Then going up on the inside, Mark 1, blazing, lighting outside, racing on fourth. Then going up on the outside, Jersey Classic. Then it's Hong Kong Shamrock, Oil Sands, Party Bagman at Whisper Judy, trailing the field, and they race on to the quarter. Sharon Power now. Miss Jilly Burns on the outside grabs the top. Sharon Power trotting is second, but two. Mark 1 has a third. Blazing, lighting, racing a fourth by the quarter, 32 and 2. Racing into the top turn, Miss Jilly Burns leads now but 2 lengths. Sharon Power trotting is second. Mark 1 has third. Blazing, lighting, racing a fourth as they come by the 3/8 pole now and on through the stretch. Here they come. They're racing on to the half. Miss Jilly Burns shows the way. Sharon Power trots a second. Mark 1 is third. Blazing, lighting, racing a fourth. Up on the outside, Jersey Classic comes to fourth. Blazing, lighting now fifth. Then it's Hong Kong Shamrock. Whisper Genie moving up on the outside. That Party Bagman at Oil Sands trails off stride. And they're by the half in 6 and 1. And around the turn, racing for the 5/8. Miss Jilly Burns leading by 2. Sharon Power still trotting is second. Up on the outside, Jersey Classic now third. Mark 1 is fourth. Blazing, lighting, racing fifth. There goes Sharon Power. Out from second, trotting for the top, but Miss Jilly Burns holds it. Sharon Power on the outside is a second. Then Jersey Classic third. And 3/4, 139 and 2. The 2 leaders neck and neck into the top turn. Miss Jilly Burns on the inside. Sharon Power on the outside. Party Bagman racing, or Jersey Classic racing third, and up strong on the outside, Party Bagman. Then Miss Jilly Burns is on the run now. They swing for home, and it is Sharon Power trotting on top. Up strong on the outside, Party Bagman and Jersey Classic. Both are coming on. Sharon Power, then Jersey Classic. Here they are at the line. Looks like Sharon Power. Then Jersey Classic, Party Bagman. Time for the mile, 2:12 and 1. And in the photo for win, parading now, number 3, Sharon Power, Bay Trotting Mare 5, the Power Baron from Bye Bye Shirley, over Mike Doyle of St. John and Brian Foster of Hampton, trained and driven by Mike Doyle. If she's declared the winner, it'll be her first lifetime win, a maiden record of 12 and 1. Also in the photo, number 6, Jersey Classic, Bay Pacing Gelding 4, he's by Best of All from Trepia. On Gary Beatty of St. John, and trained by Gary Beatty, Sam Hodgson driving. And if he's declared the winner, it'll be to win race record 2:12 and 1. Now the result of the second race now official. Mach 1 was 6th. Oil Sands 8th. Sharon Power was 2nd. Miss Jilly Burns was 9th. Blazing Lighting 5th. Jersey Classic, your race winner. Party Bagman 3rd. Whisper Genie 4th. Hong Kong Shamrock 7th. Race times quarter, 32 and 2. The half, 106 and 1. 3/4, 139 and 2. The mile, 2:12 and 1. That's a new win race record for Jersey Classic. His old mark was 2:15. We're all set for the 4th race. 8 starters approaching the top of the stretch. There's Legitimate Power and Mike Doyle. B.J. Eldorado with Earl Smith. Ragtime Skipper Steve Mahar. Smooth Ride, Winston Campbell. Passe Poil, Doug Falcons. Hasty Bick, Ron Robertson. Tis a Cloud with Owen Davies. Lady Tricia with Bill Nicholson. Here they come. There, off and Smooth Ride grabs the top from, or B.J. Eldorado grabs the top, and Lady Tricia's wide racing on. In between them, Tis a Cloud. And they're 3 wide around the turn. B.J. Eldorado. Tis a Cloud charging up on the outside and grabs the top. Up the backstretch, Tis a Cloud. B.J. Eldorado racing a second. Smooth Ride is third, and B.J. Eldorado going back for the lead and takes it on the rail. Tis a Cloud on the outside. Racing second as they go by the quarter. At 29 and 4, top turn, B.J. Eldorado. Tis a Cloud now second on the rail. Smooth Ride is third. Lady Tricia's racing fourth. Legitimate Power's fifth. Then Ragtime Skipper Passe Poil, Hasty Beck. Through the stretch they come, they're racing to the half, and B.J. Alderetta cuts it out. Here comes Smooth Ride out from third, rushing up. 'Tis a Cloud still second, Smooth Ride third. Legitimate Power with covers racing fourth. Lady Tricia, Ragtime Skipper, Passe Poil, Hasty Beck. They were by the half and 2 and 1. Into the turn they go, racing now to the 5/8. B.J. Eldorado, Smooth Ride, lopped down the leader. Then 'tis a Cloud third, Legitimate Power fourth. Lady Tricia, Ragtime Skipper, Passe Poil, and Hasty Beck get up the backstretch. Racing to the 3/4. B.J. Eldorado, Smooth Ride, Legitimate Power. 3 of them neck and neck, winging for the lead. B.J. Eldorado holds it 3/4 in. 134 and 2. Top turn, B.J. Eldorado, Smooth Ride, Legitimate Power. 'Tis a Cloud with the lead at his fourth. Ragtime Skipper right there fifth. Then Passe Poil, Lady Tricia, Hasty Beck. They swing for home, fanning out to 3 wide. Ragtime Skipper makes it 4. It is Legitimate Power coming to the top. Ragtime Skipper coming on. Here they are at the line. Legitimate Power, Ragtime Skipper, and Smooth Ride. Then Passe Poil. Time for the mile, 2:05 and 1. And presenting now the winner of our 4th race, number 1, Legitimate Power. A brown pacing horse, 6 years. He's by Power Baron out of Innocent Affair. He's owned by Brian Foster of Hampton, trained and driven by Mike Doyle. Win number 3 this year for Legitimate Power. It's his fastest, 2:05 and 1. And the result of the 4th race now official. Legitimate Power, your race winner. B.J. Eldorado was 5th. Ragtime Skipper 2nd. Smooth Ride was 3rd. Passe Poil 4th. Hasty Beck was 6th. 'Tis a Cloud was 7th. Lady Tricia was 8th. And the race times, they were by the quarter, 29 and 4. At the half, 1:02 and 1. 3/4, 1:34 and 2. Time for the mile, 2:05 and 1. Hanover, Steve Mahar. Tobic Power, Jody Hennessy. Smooth Ride, David Malloy. Stone Riggs, El Patron, Gary McDonald, J.J. Sheraton, Dave O'Brien. Here they come. They're off in Tobic Power going for the lead on the inside. Amos A. Hanover battling for it. Tobic Power shows on top, though, on the outside as they swing around the turn. And they're going out 3 wide. Tobic Power pacing on top. Up on the inside, Nightly Hit is racing a 2nd. Then on the rail, it is Laser racing a 3rd. Tobic Power on the outside. Nightly Hit on the inside. Now Tobic Power up by 2 lengths. Nightly Hit is racing 2nd. Laser racing 3rd. Amos A. Hanover. He is 4th. Quarter 29 and 2. Then it is Stone Riggs El Patron. Then a Smooth Ride as they swing around the turn. Legitimate Power. And the trailer, J.J. Sheridan, coming to the 3/8 pole. Tobic Power pacing on top. Nightly Hit is racing 2nd. Now through the stretch they come, racing to the half. Tobic Power cuts it out. Nightly Hit is 2nd. Lasers racing a 3rd. Amos A. Hanover, Stone Riggs El Patron. Then it is on the inside.
102 and 1.
The half, 1:02 and 1. They're into the turn now, racing a 4. The 5/8 and pacing on top of it is Tobic Power. Nightly Hit is 2nd. Laser racing 3rd. Stone Riggs El Patron. Going up strong from 4th. Amos A. Hanover. Then Legitimate Power, Smooth Ride, J.J. Sheraton going to the 3/4. Tobic Power but 2. Stone Riggs El Patron has gone to 2nd. Nightly Hit is racing a 3rd. Amos A. Hanover driving a 4th. They were by the 3/4, 32 and 3. Into the top turn, Tobic Power, Stone Riggs El Patron. Nightly Hit coming back on again to 2nd. Stone Riggs El Patron 3rd. Laser is 4th. Amos A. Hanover, Legitimate Power, Smooth Ride, J.J. Sheridan. Heading for home. It is Toe Big Power and Nightly Hit driving up second. Toe Big Power, Nightly Hit coming to him. Stone Riggs Out Patron. It is Toe Big Power. Here they are at the line. Toe Big Power, then Nightly Hit. Amos A. Hanover, Legitimate Power. Time for the mile. 2:03 and 2. And parading now the winner of our fifth race. It's number 5, Toe Big Power. Bay pacing horse, 5 years. He's by Power Baron out of Frosty Jean. Owned by Sterling Wiggins of Westfield and Alan Hanson of St. John. Trained by John Davies with Jody Hennessy driving. It's the 3rd winning trip this year for Toe Big Power. It's his fastest. This afternoon, 2:03 and 2. Now the result of the 5th race, now official. Laser was 6th. Nightly Hit was 2nd. Legitimate Power 3rd. Amos A. Hanover was 4th. Toe Big Power, your race winner. Smooth Ride was 8th. Stone Riggs Al Patron 5th. And J.J. Sheraton was 7th. Now the race times, they were by the quarter in 29 and 2. At the half, 102 and 1. The 3/4, 132 and 3. And the time for the mile, 2:03 and 2. The last half paced in 101 and 1.
Now for the second race with 9 starters approaching the top of the stretch. There's Quality Key with Elmore White, Nightly Gemini, Wayne Mahar, Repeat Power, Mike Doyle, Miss Jilly Burns with John Davies, May Power, Winston Campbell, Hillview Naughty, Paul Banks, Mormac Doris, Peter Trecarton, French Lynx, Freddie Charlton, Kilcara and Eagle, Steve Mahar, and here they come. They're off Quality Key, pacing on top and Repeat Power, charging up on the outside, winging for the lead. Quality Key on the inside, Repeat Power, charging up on the outside, racing on the second. Nightly Gemini has a 3rd. Mormac Doris on the outside goes to 4th. Miss Jilly Burns is 5th, and it's May Power, French Lynx. Then Kilcara and Eagle and Hillview Naughty trails the field, and up front now it's Repeat Power. He's the leader by 2 lengths as they go racing up by the quarter. And they were by that marker in 29 and 3. Top turn, Repeat Power. A length and a half, Quality Key 2nd. 2 lengths back to Kilcara to Nightly Gemini. Racing 3rd, Mormac Doris closing the gap. She's racing up on to 4th. And now they spring through the stretch, come driving to the half. Repeat Power pacing on top. Nightly Key racing 2nd. Nightly Gemini has 3rd. Then Mormac Doris on the outside. Kilcara and Eagle a half and 2 and 1. Miss Jilly Burns, Hillview Naughty, May Power, and French Lynx trails the field as they swing to the 5/8 pole. Repeat Power, Quality Key up tight 2nd. Nightly Gemini has 3rd. Mormac Doris is 4th. Then moving up to 5th now, Hillview Naughty. Then it's French Lynx, Kilcara and Eagle, May Power, Miss Jilly Burns. To the 3/4 pole, Repeat Power. He's the leader by 2 lengths. 134, rid of the top turn, Repeat Power. Moving up by 2, Quality Key racing 2nd. Nightly Gemini driving 3rd. Hillview Naughty is 4th. At the 7/8, it's Repeat Power by 2. Quality Key racing 2nd. Nightly Gemini 3rd. Hillview Naughty racing 4th. And through the stretch, they head for home. It is Repeat Power moving away. Now by 4, Repeat Power at the line. Repeat Power, then Quality Key, Nightly Gemini, and Hillview Naughty gets 4th. The time for the mile, 2:04 and 1. Now the result of the second race now official. Quality Key was 2nd. Nightly Gemini 3rd. Repeat Power, your race winner. Miss Jilly Burns was 9th. May Power 8th. Hillview Naughty 4th. Mormac Doris 6th. French Lynx was 5th. Kilcara and Eagle was 7th. Race times the quarter 29 and 3. The half 102 and 1. 3/4 134, and the mile 2:04 and 1. Feature pays Triacta 312 paid 132.60.
Your next betting feature, the Exacta 3 and 1, paid $32.80, and the Daily Double, a combination of 4 and 3, returning $17. With Tom Mason, Queen are approaching the top.
There.
Or Senate ratifying it.
Pickford, Snake Charmer with Steve Mahar, Legitimate Power, Mike Doyle, R.L. Cash with Wayne Mahar, Golden Fella, Jill Barrio, J.J. Sheridan, Earl Smith. Here they come. Legitimate Power's off stride. They're off, and it's R.L. Cash going to the top. On the inside, Penn Dillon's racing second. Up on the outside, Golden Fella drives on third. Then Snake Charmer has fourth. J.J. Sheridan's racing fifth. Legitimate Power trails far back, and they're by the eighth. Racing on up the backstretch, now they go to the quarter. And pacing on top, it is R.L. Cash. Penn Dillon is racing second. Golden Fella gets to the rail. He is third. Snake Charmer's fourth. J.J. Sheridan is fifth. Legitimate Power trailing, but he's making up ground as they go racing out by the quarter 33. Out of the top turn, R.L. Cash on top of Lang. Penn Dillon racing second. Golden Fella has third. Snake Charmer's out moving now from fourth. Behind him with cover, J.J. Sheridan. Legitimate Power trailing as they swing through the stretch now and come racing to the half. And the leader is R.L. Cash. Coming up on the outside, Snake Charmer comes to second. Penn Dillon's racing third. Then J.J. Sheridan's outside fourth. Then Golden Fella and Legitimate Power trailing, but he's caught the field as they swing into the turn now and race on to the 5/8. They were by the half and 7. Around the turn racing for the 5/8, R.L. Cash the leader. Penn Dillon racing second. Snake Charmer up on the outside, racing on from third and going on. Snake Charmer gets to second, goes swinging for the top. It is R.L. Cash and Snake Charmer. Penn Dillon's racing third. J.J. Sheridan outside fourth. Then it's Golden Fella, Legitimate Power. They were by the 3/4, 139 and 1. Into the top turn, they're neck and neck for the lead on the inside. R.L. Cash, Snake Charmer outside. Then Penn Dillon's third on the rail. J.J. Sheridan's racing fourth. Golden Fella, Legitimate Power heading home. Snake Charmer comes to the top now. Snake Charmer, R.L. Cash, J.J. Sheridan, Penn Dillon, Legitimate Power way wide at the line. It is Snake Charmer off stride. And the inquiry sign will go up for a lap-down break at the finish. And the time for the mile, 2:12. And the result of the second race now official. Penn Dillon fifth, Snake Charmer first, place third. Sit back. Our lap-down break at the finish with two contending horses lapped on. Legitimate Power second, placed first. R.L. Cash third, placed second. The Golden Fella sixth, and J.J. Sheridan was fourth. Now the race times, a quarter 33 seconds, the half in 1:07. 3/4 1:39 and 1. The time for the mile 2:12. Your feature pays, your Exacta 3 and 4, $30.80. The Daily Double, 1 and 3, paid $38.20. And your Triactor combination, 342, paid $191.70. Fifth race approaching, top of the stretch, 8 starters. I'm 1-2 with Jody Hennessy, Jeff Down, Steve Mason. Repeat Power, Mike Doyle. Legitimate Power, Rod Gogan. Made of Luck with Randy Phillips, Chrissy's Pride and Gilles Barrio. Blossom Blue and Charlie Ross, and Demon Scram with Earl Smith. Here they come. They're off. I'm 1-2, pacing and top in on the rail. Jeff Down up between horses, racing second. Repeat Power is outside, racing third. Legitimate Power's fourth on the rail. Blossom Blue going up fifth on the outside. Then it's Made of Luck, Chrissy's Pride, Demon Scram trails. On to the quarter now, and I'm 1-2. Up at 2.5, Jeff Down second, but 2.5. Repeat Power his third. Legitimate Power's fourth. Blossom Blue racing fifth. then Maid of Luck and Chrissy's Pride and a Demon Scram, trailing the field as they race on by the quarter and swing into the top turn. They were by the quarter, 31 and 1. I'm 1-2 is up by a length and a half. Jeff Down racing is second, Repeat Power third, as they swing on by the 3/8 pole now. Here they come through the stretch. They're driving to the half. I'm 1-2 cuts it out. Jeff Down racing is second, Repeat Power third, Legitimate Power's fourth, Maid of Luck coming up fifth on the outside. Then it's Blossom Blue, Chrissy's Pride, and Demon Scram as they swing into the turn now and go driving to the 5/8 pole, the half and 2 and 3. It is I'm 1-2. Jeff Down on the rail, second outside, Repeat Power. Strong racing on third. Legitimate Power is a fourth. Blossom Blue and Maid of Luck and Demon Scram's off stride. On to the 3/4. I'm 1-2 by half a length with Repeat Power. Strong on the outside going for the lead. They're neck and neck into the top turn. Repeat Power on the outside gets ahead in front. I'm 1-2 is second off the rail. The challenge now from third. Jeff Down, Legitimate Power, Blossom Blue. 3/4, 33 and 2. They swing for home. Repeat Power pacing on top. I'm 1-2 is on the inside. Jeff Down, Legitimate Power strong on the outside, and Blossom Blue tries to get through. It is Legitimate Power up the line. Legitimate Power, Repeat Power, tight for show. Blossom Blue and Jeff Down. And the time for the mile, 2:05 and 2. And at the wire now, the winner of the fifth race, number 4, Legitimate Power. A brown horse 6 by Power Baron from Innocent Affair, owned and trained by Brian Foster of Hampton. Rod Gogan driving. It's win number 5 this year for Legitimate Power this afternoon to 5 and 2. Result of the fifth race now official. I'm 1-2 was fifth. Jeff Down fourth. Repeat Power second. Legitimate Power, your race winner. Maid of Luck was sixth. Chrissy's Pride seventh. Blossom Blue third. Demon Scram eighth. Times quarter 31 and a fifth. Half 102 and 3. 3/4 133 and 2. And the mile 2:5 and 2. Feature pays Quinella 3 and 4. Paid 106.30. Triactive 437. $1,681.90.